Good morning, lads. Hope you're both well.
Very well indeed. So you want to ask Steve Bruce a question? Go for it.
Yes, so I was just going to... I know it's about your time at Newcastle, Brucey, and obviously I'm a Man United fan myself, but I was just going to see if you felt a little bit let down by the owners and that at the actual club.
No, I didn't feel let down at all, really. I knew the situation where it was going to be in. I knew the constraints of the club and the structure of the club and how it worked. I mean, the big frustration for all the Newcastle fans was that they wanted to see their club competing in the top six, which obviously meant...
I just feel like they never really backed you, and you never really got your time underneath the new owners from the outside.
Well, from the new owners was a different one, and I think by the time I'd done 2.5 years under the previous owners, I honestly believe it was time for a new brush and new people coming in. I mean, I was only there a week, but I didn't feel let down by the new owners at all, because it was a sort of a mutual thing that they wanted probably their own man in there, and I thought that I had done my time there, and it was time to move on.
Okay, get your questions in. 03717223344. You can send that via a voice note, or you can send us in a text as well. That's what James from Sunderland's done. He sent us a text and asked, do you think Jordan Henderson regrets not staying in England?
Well, I mean, he's made a big call, but I think obviously leaving... look, when all of these people are leaving to go to somebody like Saudi Arabia, you then...
Have you not had an offer over there? Have you not had that yet? Not had the call?
No, but I would welcome one, that's for sure. I would welcome one, that's for sure. There comes a time where Jordan has been the captain of Liverpool, and that time, and I know what it was like when I was leaving Manchester United, you don't want to become a bit part player when you've been the captain and the leader of the dressing room and however. So he's obviously took a conscious decision to accept the challenge of Saudi and what goes with it. And it hasn't gone too well for him there. He's now in Holland, and I believe he's enjoying his football again. He's a terrific pro and a great lad. He'd be really disappointed that he hasn't made the party to go to the Euros, because I think all of the stuff of coming back to Europe was maybe gained. Can he win a place? He obviously hasn't done that, but I've got the hugest respect for Jordan. He is a top class pro. I had him as a kid at Sunderland and watched his career develop, lifting the cups at Liverpool. He's been a wonderful player.
And you have to say the way that Southgate spoke glowingly of him as well. The way
if you work with a kid, it's glowing. You have to.
Indeed.
Great pro.
You can also send a question in via WhatsApp 03717223344. Let's listen to one.
Hey Brucey, quick question: who are the top 3 players that you have managed in ranking order? Thanks.
So the top 3 in ranking order, I believe you said. Which are the top 3?
Well, I had the privilege to sign Christophe Dugarry when I was at Birmingham, and he was a World Cup winner and a little bit flamboyant, and 55 caps for France. And he, for 6 months, was arguably the best player that I've had the privilege to manage. He did things single-handedly, what basically kept Birmingham in the Premier League. He was terrific, really was. St Maximum at Newcastle.
Oh yeah!
Wow,
yeah.
What a talent this kid had! All of a sudden, I'm watching somebody here thinking, there's not many people can do what he can do. A little bit off the charts in how he was, but certainly an individual talent. I've never really seen an individual talent like it. So St Maximum has to be up there. Christophe Dugarry obviously is probably number 1, and then there's the rascal I'm talking to you about. Jermaine Pennant, when we signed him, and we signed him
tomorrow night.
You got him tomorrow night.
I'm with him tomorrow night.
He was in the nick when I signed him, but he came and really did well for Birmingham. So I enjoyed managing him, and obviously the stuff that goes along with him. But in terms of his football ability. And got a big move from Birmingham, got a big move to Liverpool. I remember him playing in the European Cup final where Liverpool, I think, got beat, but he was man of the match. So enjoyed managing him too.
Indeed, yes, he's a good lad as well. Okay, let's get another question sent in via WhatsApp.
Morning, the legend that is Mr. Bruce. Taron here, massive Manchester United fan calling. Having played under Sir Alex Ferguson, do you think Alex Ferguson would be as successful as he was if he was managing in modern day football? And can you give us an insight to his genius? Thanks, Brucey.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there.
and by the way, any interview I ever do always comes round to Sir Alex. And would he be able to manage today? 100%. He could manage in any era. Had that wonderful desire and hard work. And is there anything that you can share about him that we don't already know? Look, there's been that many comments about him and quotes about him. He was simply unbelievable in his desire to win. And I think if you didn't mirror that, then you were no use to him. Right. And a wonderful appetite. You talk about work ethic. He nearly does as many hours as you. He's, we go to the training ground and he was there. He was doing what time you were there? It was 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night. Right. He was there. Wonderful manager.
And one final question from Nigel, Leicester City fan. He sent a text in on 81089. He said, would you take the Leicester City job, or would the points deduction put you off?
Oh no, points deduction wouldn't put me off. If Leicester, you know where I am.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, what a wonderful opportunity for the Ayers all of a sudden. They might have a few problems, but Leicester's been a very, very a great club over the last few years. Of course, the fairy tale of winning the Premier League a few years ago. So, look, I'm always.
But you're looking to get back into work.
I'm looking to do something.
Right.
I mean, I've had a year off.
You doing the breakfast show every day?
I think getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning is not for me.
Not for you,
so I maybe have to decline that one. But
you want to get back into management?
Either management or working alongside somebody. Or I'd like to think if a chairman asks me a question on football, I'd like to give him the answer. I've been in it a long time, but I've found a long winter in this country without work, and so to do something is the next step.
You need a reason to get up out of bed, right?
Correct.
You need something to keep that old grey matter going on.
Correct.
Exactly how you feel. Listen, thanks very much for all of your questions. We might go back in a little bit later on the show. Coming up, though, we turn our attention to current day Manchester United and ask Steve whether Eric Ten Hag should be the manager at the start of next season. That's coming up next.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.